Welcome to Ratalyst. Today, we're going to talk about turning a bad day around. Don't you just hate those days when nothing seems to go right? Nothing goes your way and you sink into frustration and despair, wishing you could crawl back into bed and just try again tomorrow. Well, don't feel alone, because bad days happen to the best of us. They can be triggered by the smallest of things, and the rest of your day continues downhill. You feel low on energy, sad, stressed, and worried. And all of these factors drag you down and kill your productivity. Well, these tough days can only make us stronger and prepare us for the challenges that lie ahead. When we lose hope for the future, that's the real disaster. While advice isn't always easy to accept or put into practice when things aren't going your way, let's have a look at a few methods to deal with or overcome a bad day. Accept that it's okay to have a bad day. Rather than beating yourself up over the day so far, try to realise that it's part of your journey. You can't be perfect in an imperfect world, and believing that you can have control over everything is only going to lead to disappointment. Also, without having bad days, how are you supposed to recognise and appreciate good ones? By acknowledging that you are having a bad day, you can accept it and deal with it as such and move forward to tomorrow. The bad day will pass. Today will be over, and tomorrow will bring new opportunities. Sometimes things have to go wrong before they can go right. Try putting it into perspective. Will this day really matter in a week, a month, or a year from now? Remember that every situation is a learning experience. Try to look at each situation as a lesson learned, both good and bad. The experience itself will pass, but the lessons you learn from it will last a lifetime. When encountering a new situation, ask yourself, what can I learn or take away from this experience? Try to keep in mind that progress is not always easy to see. Just remember that you are getting stronger, not only from having good days, but because you've made it through the tough ones. In saying this, pay attention when the bad days really start to pile up. Is there a big issue going on that you need to deal with? Be kind but honest with yourself. There is a lot to be grateful for. When things don't go our way, that tends to be what we focus on, but there is so much in your life to be grateful for. By being grateful for all you have in life, you are putting your bad day into perspective. Remember that there is always someone worse off than you, and plenty of people in the world who would love to have your struggles. Gratitude creates a positive source of energy in the brain and can help to lift your mood. There have been neuroimaging studies showing that it's basically impossible to be in a depressed state and grateful at the same time. Adopting a healthier lifestyle can have a tremendous impact on your overall mood and mental state also. Exercise. Although you may not feel like it, getting moving will stimulate blood flow and a release of endorphins, the feel-good hormone. Exercising can increase your energy levels and help you deal with stress more effectively. This will also take your mind off the bad day you might be having and help to deal with all the negative feelings. Give your mind a rest and work your body instead. Going for a healthier food option rather than that comfort food of a chocolate bar or bag of chips can also be extremely effective in lifting your mood. Easier said than done though, right? If you have to go for chocolate, try dark chocolate, which has been shown to assist in treating depression and anxiety by enhancing serotonin and dopamine production in your brain. Foods that are high in omega-3 fatty acids like salmon, almonds and walnuts will also boost serotonin levels in your brain, which functions with a feel-good effect. Choosing better carb sources such as brown, whole grain breads instead of white will stave off that flat feeling, as they are more nutritional and have a lower GI. Foods high in potassium, magnesium and vitamin B6, such as bananas and apples, also boost the serotonin in the brain to give you that needed boost and lessen your bad mood. So choose wisely. Get a good night's sleep. One of the most important factors for health and to recover from a bad day is to get 8 hours of quality sleep. This allows the body to rest and recover from the physical effects of stress, and you are able to start the next day with a fresh perspective. When you're close to going to bed, shut off electronic devices and have the lights dimmed. This will assist your body in winding down for sleep and give you a chance to focus on shutting down your mind from the day. Sign out of Facebook. The Book of Faces and all social media are great at bringing people together, but there are negative impacts associated with their use as well. Studies have shown that constantly checking social media can actually trigger depression as we start to compare our lives to those of our friends, which create feelings of inadequacy. Keep in mind that most people are only putting their best foot forward, and you are comparing your life to somebody's highlight reel of what they chose to share publicly. You can change things up. Instead of remaining bolted to your work desk when you're having a bad day, a change of scenery can help to tell your brain that your current mood doesn't need to be sustained. Maybe you can go for a short drive, a walk outside, or just go somewhere different within your workplace. If you have to, escape to the toilet cubicle. The key here is to remove yourself from the current environment, even if only briefly. Reset realistic expectations of yourself. Expectations can have a dramatic effect on your mood. A lot of bad days can kick off when you have unrealistic expectations about what you might achieve that day, ending in disappointment. If I'm expecting my boss to give me a Christmas bonus of $1,000, but I end up getting $400, I'll be pretty disappointed. If I realise that I'm already getting paid well enough to maintain a fortunate lifestyle and that I'm grateful for what I have in my life, and then my boss gives me a $200 gift card for noticing my efforts, I'm going to be pretty chuffed with that gesture. It's all about the perspective. If your mood is deteriorating because it's after lunch and you feel like you haven't got far today, don't worry. Try and write down a few things that you have already done today, no matter how minor, and then make a short list of achievable goals for the rest of the day. This way you're starting off the new list at, say, 25% complete already. Well, we can't stop bad things from happening. We can control how we respond to them. It is common for people to overthink many situations and make their problems seem much worse than they really are. Don't allow your mind to keep you captive. Also, having a bad day doesn't mean that you're having a bad life. Remember that everyone has bad days, and many people would love to swap for yours. Try to see past your fears and inadequacies, block out the negative feelings, and be prepared to tackle new opportunities and experiences. Thanks for tuning into Ratalyst. If you're having a bad day and have come across this video, I hope that it gave you some tools and strategies to overcome the day and hopefully turn it around and move on to tomorrow. If you like this video and want to see more just like it, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll be sure to keep interesting content coming your way.